Nah. The speaker, the general speaker, they are playing. Tomorrow, we can say you know what I feel? You know what I feel? But you don't know. But why is that doing?
Such on the issue of the threshold bill that was passed recently, and then a motion of reconsideration was taken by one of our colleagues, which sparked heated debate around here. You know, on the 9th of December 2025, the House of Representatives passed on this bill and sent it to the Senate for concurrence. This bill was crafted following the submission of the 2022 census result, which puts Liberia's population at around 5.2 million plus. And this submission was done to satisfy the constitutional requirements that are enshrined in Articles 80D and 80E. In 80D, it says each constituency shall have an approximately equal population of 20,000 or such number of citizens as the legislature shall prescribe in keeping with population growth, a movement as reviewed by the National Census.
It's Magella Cooper. I'm the Senior Political Advisor to His Excellency Joseph Boakai, President of the Republic of Liberia. But I also happen to be the spouse of the Speaker.
The example of our President, His Excellency Joseph Boakai. This is why we are here. Let me be on record. This is the national anchor of the Republic of Liberia that is the nucleus of Liberia. Go. Everything that Liberia needs to reflect on the historicity how Liberia was built, we have it here. But the central government has forgotten it. And we will continue while who will speak. Mercy. In a while we're here.
Coming from the executive.
I say, I don't know why the president chose to think about football academy right after the exit of the footballing president. President Boakai had never, I don't think he even played in elementary school. To sit and decide that you're going to play a football academy, something that was being done by President Weah, who is celebrated around the world as he was celebrated in Africa. We think that is a serious challenge. That's a serious challenge. Everyone should watch that, because if this woman go ahead and build a football academy, and when he background in football after the exit of the football president, that clearly speaks to the fact that football was not a priority on George Weah.
A lottery approved by the legislature. If you spend $10 million on a government project, which institution funded it? It also lends credence to some of the things people have said, that some of the money hitting the budget. For example, they're spending $1 million for Foya Hospital. What's the population of Foya? $1 million for Foya Hospital, but there are more people in Basso. There are more people in Magidi. So how do you allot money? There's a lot more money being spent for Kolahun Hospital. And there is also money being spent for Current Hospital in Zozo. So this year's budget spending almost $2 million on hospitals in Foya. Are they getting those money? In Lofa, are they getting those money to go back for it and spend on other projects?
American, distinguished colleagues, I want to say good morning to every one of you, and thank God that we're in 2026 I mean, this is a very pleasant morning. All we can say, we want to tell God thank you for life. He has given us another breathing space. However, I am reminded of the conversation that was in the chat room yesterday where the speaker validated that Cecilia Bokun is his biological sister. That leads us to the fact that Richard Kun, at this point in time, you should recuse yourself, that you have committed crime under our marital law, the domestic law of this republic, that incest is a crime. So until we get reasons why you marry your sister, I think you have lost legitimacy to preside as speaker. So it is just the right thing for you to recuse yourself. And one thing, there are a lot of colleagues calling me and say, oh, you're from the fanatic of blood, they fire, you're not supposed to be commenting, you're not supposed to be talking. There is not a no damn blood thing that we're talking about. We are talking about the credibility, the image of the house that represents every one of us, the legislature as a body. Do you know what happened? That a woman is claiming that she got a marriage divorce certificate from the civil law court. The reputation of our judiciary is placed on a question. Now the executive is also placed on a question. The legislature is placed on a question. And the lives and the status of our Liberian brothers and sisters in the United States of America now being in danger. I mean, this is a grave allegation. I'm hoping that our dear speaker can do the right thing. I'm not talking about removal or Richard Kun. I'm only saying he should recuse himself because they are also saying the woman fake document and blah, 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 blah. In the state of Delaware, you did it marriage, and then now we have credible information. The documents will be available today that, pictorial evidences will be out that you did marry and you exhibited acts of husband and wife. And if those papers are provided today from now to 12 o'clock, I think Richard Kun will not be speaker anymore.
Well, what is the big news?
The big news in the corridor. Are you people planning to remove the speaker?
But this is not a speaker house.
Are you one of those?
This place is not a speaker office. It's not a personal property. It's not anybody's personal property. Anybody who falls below the belt in terms of legislative proceedings or requirement, obviously it behooves the members to ask you to step aside.
Do you want the speaker out?
I'm saying to you now, if you perform below the belt, it behooves the members to say step aside.
Is the speaker performing below the belt?
No, he's performing.
Okay, so
he's performing. No, I don't want. I don't want him out. I'm saying he's performing until it is proven beyond all reasonable doubt that that speaker have done this, has done this, that required for us to remove him. Obviously, we will remove him.
So here is my promise to you, not as a politician, but as a Liberian who lost this country with everything I have. CMC will end corruption, not reduce it, not manage it, end it. CMC will create jobs, real jobs, jobs that let you provide for your family with dignity. CMC will build roads that connect our farmers to markets, roads that connect our children to school. CMC will put medicine in hospitals, so no mother ever has to watch her child suffer because some politicians stole the health budget. CMC will unite this nation. No tribe left behind. Competence over connection. One Liberia for all Liberians. But I cannot do this alone. CMC cannot do this alone. This movement, this revolution, it belongs to you. You, the student who dreams of a better future. You, the mother who prays for her children every night. You, the father whose sweat feeds this nation. You, the professional who is embarrassed by what Liberia has become. You, in the diaspora, who left because Liberia failed you, but whose heart never left home. This is your movement. This is your movement. This is your Liberia. So I'm asking you, no, I'm calling you to join us. Join CMC. Not because we have all the answers, but because together we are the answer. Sign up, volunteer, donate what you can, share this message to your neighbors. Be the change you have been waiting for. 2026, the year of change. The year we stop waiting. The year we start to build. The year we take back what is ours. Liberia first, citizens empowered for the people, by the people. Happy New Year, my people. The awakening has begun. God bless you, and God bless the people and the republic.
These kind of words we live in today. I got a letter from Obama from his foundation. He sent him a note. And then he sent this note and then in the note they said President Obama. And so then somebody is telling me, why you always call George President? I said, I don't even like to talk to people like you. He said, why? I said, because we're not writing to people like you. I said, I got 3 different degrees. I've been meeting people globally. And in the mind, they know I'm on their level. That's why they're talking to me. If you went there, you got to wait in the car. I'm not talking to you on my page. Just find something else to do. I'm talking to President George. Didn't your wife the inauguration? Before they inaugurated this man called Donald Trump. Before they inaugurated him, they announced all the presidents called him president. I don't know where they were. People were asking me, they not watch that. Here comes President Bill Clinton. Here comes President George Bush. Here comes President Obama. They were naming those people who left systematically until they all took their seat before they announced the president-elect. And people are here in those small country, 5 million people, most of whom haven't even written any paper on their own wall, when they post pictures, and they are telling you, don't call George president. You have a problem. And if you are pathetic, I'm not a doctor. You got to learn to do psychology.
I was formally exonerated of the rape allegation made against me. The investigator found no evidence to substantiate the claim, and the findings clearly established that the allegations could not be supported by facts, forensics, or circumstances. This outcome came through due process, forensic review, and professional investigation. Let me again state clearly and unequivocally that since returning to Liberia from the United States on August 8, 2025, I did not meet, see, or interact with the alleged victim at any time, in any place, or under any circumstance. That fact was central to the police investigation and was confirmed during the process that led to my exoneration. For clarity and public understanding, it is important to address the specific claim relating to Saturday, August 30, 2025. On August 30 was a Saturday in a non-working day. I did not go to SKD Sports Complex to work on that day. I do not have personal access to my office key. Access to my office requires the presence of full assigned staff members, none of whom was available or present on the said day. Therefore, it is impossible for anyone to bring food or for any interaction to occur in an office space that was not present in and could not be accessible. On that same day, Saturday, August 30th, I spent the entire day at Alpha Field until late in the evening in the presence of prominent and well-known individuals, including Chico Nathaniel Roberts, Kevin K. Sigwe, Alvin Brown, Colucrisha Stupa, and Nicole Dwago, amongst others. We later departed separately. I returned directly to my residence and did not leave my house again that day until the next day, which was a Sunday. These facts are verifiable. You be the judge. Despite the official findings of the Liberian National Police, I cooperated fully with the authorities from day one, and I will continue to respect the rule of law. I will not litigate this matter in the media, but I will also not accept injustice or silence in the face of verified truth. We empathize with the victim and the family, and we pray sincerely that the perpetrator of this crime will be found and prosecuted, not only followed to vindicate me or my reputation, but that justice will be served.
Things like today, I mean, everyone, my family. What are you doing?
That area, they are still using the bridge, which is a serious situation for them. Serious situation. This is a concern, as you can see. They are coming. So our people stay used.
See
the bridge, the bridge, as soon as as soon as the resident of Pittsburgh left the bridge, the entire bridge went across. As soon this is a serious situation. So they are thanking God for the blessing. You saw 4 persons coming from Pittsburgh. No way to come. So people who have left across the river, this is a situation now. They will not come. The entire bridge has been disconnected. The entire bridge has been disconnected. The entire bridge has been disconnected. And you see people who just use the bridge, they are telling God thank you. As soon as they left the bridge, the entire bridge has been disconnected. So this is a situation, a humanitarian situation, the government of Liberia. So as you listen to them,
to people so that people understand exactly what happened, where we are, and the trajectory this is taking.
We'll take some questions, but I want to begin by asking you, for those who don't know, because it's been misinterpreted that you're using your power, you want to take it. How did you acquire that land?
So,
how long?
Is that people misinterpret. People say, oh, the Reverend always fighting for land. So, African Dream Academy leased the first property at the Bunjab. That property was leased for 7 years. I built the property, the top floor with the agreement that every money I spend on top will be refunded besides the lease. When it came time to leave, when the lease was expired, I asked for my money. I asked for my $24,000. They said I couldn't pay the money. Instead, they took me to court. I went to court, and the judge said, you need to leave the property. I said, fine, I will leave the property. The judge gave me, I was evicted from that property. On top of it, they said I should pay $70,000. I asked them, what was the $70,000 about? Was it loan? Was it rent? Was it for damage? Up to today, Judge Peabody, they didn't tell me that. The present Chief Justice, he was in chamber at that time. They've not told me what that money was for. I had to pay $70,000 US. I've been paying little by little. That's the first land that people say Reverend stole land. So that lady then got on a campaign, insult my mother, insult my partners all across the internet. That's the first instance they say Reverend stole property. I did not. The second one is after that incident, I chose to buy a place and not lease a place. So I went ahead. I heard that GT Bank had a property that John Wizz owned. John Wizz went to GT Bank, took a loan, and used the property as collateral. The Atlanta Resource also went to that place, and also used the same building as a collateral. When John Wizz died, they didn't pay, and the bank said it authorized them. They came to me, and that's how I acquired that property 2023, 24, 25, 26. To my surprise, I was in the States, and I got a call that there were 3 Piccolo police officers, there was sheriff who have gone to evict from the hospital. We were to open the hospital March 26. On the 20th of February, those men went, they kicked the door, broke the door down. Every medical equipment that I had in there, my safe I had, all the things I had in there,
was thrown outside in my absence. What I'm saying to them is, listen, if you believe this property was for someone and they won the case against GT Bank, just tell GT Bank, tell your client, we'll give you 1 week, we'll give you 2 weeks, remove those property from there. Or come to me and say, Reverend Ennis, leave the property. We want to take the property. Nothing was done. I didn't use power in the first one. I didn't use power in the second one. I left it and I'm looking at the GT Bank because this gave me the property. That is the second incident. The third incident is what is happening now. And because of that, those people property are with them today. So why are people saying this may like to fight for property? What are the property that I fought for before? What are the property that I took from anyone? No one can say I've taken the property. No one can say I fought them for the property. I tried to legitimately buy. So this property, I bought it. And I've been advised not to give years and dates that these properties were bought because of different things that happened in the background. But I bought the property. My grantors are here. The people who my grantors bought it from, they are here. And they are the king grade people. So the property is here.
The court cannot stop the alleged perpetrators.
That's right.
I cannot go to school, cause no more money. Hey yo, excuse me, Mr. Journalist. I wonder how you make your headlines in the press release today. Although I read the news every day, but I'm really still getting confused now. And I just wanna ask you some questions. Oh, is it based on money? Is it based on presidency? Is it based on technology? Is it based on war? Tell me, we got major headlines. Oh, we got major story. Yeah. There is no job, no money for hustlers. We got major headlines. We got major story. Yeah. There is no job, no money for hustlers. Come take a coverage, the rainy season coming soon. In the ghetto, all the houses are full of leakage, nowhere to stay.
Indeed, we got major stories in your area. Let me say good evening to all of you watching us on the round table. It's a great pleasure to be back for our final presentation on this week at the month of June the 25th, 2026. My name is William McGill. The round table is your fascinating live program here on Wizz TV, giving you informed discussion, critical analysis, national dialogue on issues shaping Liberia today. I'm your host, William McGill. Let's take this break with our partner there from Kakwian Hair Collection to be right back right after this break. We bring you up to speed with all of the happenings in terms of things we are going to be following here on the program. My name is William McGill. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Wanted hair that turns heads the moment you walk into a room. Hair that gives you confidence, beauty, and that flawless look you truly deserve. Well, your search is finally over. Welcome to Kakwian Hair Collection, your trusted online destination for luxury, premier quality human hair designed to bring out the beauty in every woman. Whether you are preparing for your birthday photo shoot, wedding, anniversary celebration, graduation, church event, vacation, or just want a stunning look every day, Kakwian Hair Collection has a perfect hair just for you. At Kakwian Hair Collection, we proudly offer
100% premium human hair. Beautiful, easy to wear glueless wigs. No glue, no gel, no stress. Sleek and elegant bone straight human hair. Different texture and style for every woman and every occasion. Because at Kakuyan Hair Collection, beauty meets quality. Shop with a brand that understands beauty, class, and quality. Our store is located in the United States of America. For more information, follow us on Instagram at Kakuyan Hair Collection, Facebook at Kakuyan Hair Collection, TikTok at Kakuyan Hair Collection. Better still, email us kakuyanhair@gmail.com. Call or WhatsApp us on +1 267 372 7010. Or better still, visit our online store www.kakuyanhaircollection.com.
It's a Kakuyan Hair Collection. It's a past sponsor here on the program, The Round Table, and it's a great pleasure to be on your screen tonight. Wherever you following us from, we appreciate you for joining us on the program. Let's firstly begin by running you up to speed with all of the happenings in terms of news there across the continent, Africa, from the BBC website. Coming on the BBC website, we got key figure in South Africa police corruption scandal pleads guilty, and prosecutor says Basimuzi Kat Mutala could provide evidence against high-ranking officials. Let me see if I can go in depth. This looks very interesting for us to follow up in depth. And families lay flowers on Barber's wife barricade on anniversary of Delhi KN protest. Protesters demand justice for the dozens killed. We are okay. Let's see if we are good. We are still experiencing some difficulties. Okay, everything is great now. Let's bring you this story from the BBC concerning Kayan today. Families lay flowers on barbed wires barricade on anniversary of daily Kayan protesters. Protesters demand justice for the dozens killed during the 2024 demonstrations and last year's anniversary protest. Celebrations as South Africa reach World Cup knockout stages for the first time. South Africa reaches World Cup knockout stages, a knockout round for the first time with 1-0 win over South Korea. Bound South African swimmers' daughters to release family Commonwealth Games dream. And these are things that are up on the BBC. Right there, let's quickly bring you today in history. Today in history, June 25th, 1950, the Korean War begins after North Korean forces invaded South Korea, triggering a major international conflict. Also, today in history, on June 25th, 1947, the diary of Anne Frank is first published. You know, it was first published on this day, turning Armin Frank's wartime diary into one of the world's most influential books. And also, lastly, for today in history, in 1967, June 25th, the first live global satellite TV broadcast award aids with the Beatles performing All You Need Is Love, a worldwide audience. And that's exactly what we have for, you know, today in history on the show. We appreciate if you can leave a comment and also follow us on Wizz TV on Facebook, on YouTube. We are also live there, and you can just leave your comment as we go ahead with the program. So now that we are here, right? And basically tonight we have a couple of things we will be looking at in terms of news that are coming in. Our first uh, conversation will run through the anniversary celebration day of the CDC, and we want to keenly take a look at a recent issue being reported by one of our sisters news outlet concerning tension there in Georgia Granger County following request by the Congress for democratic change to use the Tottenham Palace Square, you know, avenue currently being used for a peace and unity tournament organized by the county's youth and sport coordinator. So basically, we want to talk about that as well quickly, and then we'll also look into the case concerning uh, Madam Vicky Gray, the show eater as well. There's a lot of conversations and a lot of different things around that are happening in terms of that situation. I sort of post from Master Quink as well. Yeah. And when she spoke about, her brother being involved and barely losing his eyesight as well. So, again, like I said, let's take this break. Right after this break, we will run through with all of the discussions here on the program. My name is William.
Wanted hair that turns heads the moment you walk into a room, hair that gives you confidence, beauty, and that flawless look you truly deserve. Well, your search is finally over. Welcome to Kakuyan Hair Collection, your trusted online destination for luxury, premier quality human hair designed to bring out the beauty in every woman. Whether you are preparing for your birthday photo shoot, wedding, anniversary celebration, graduation, church event, vacation, or just want a stunning look every day, Kakuyan Hair Collection has a perfect hair just for you. At Kakuyan Hair Collection, we proudly offer 100% premier human hair. Beautiful, easy to wear glueless wigs. No glue, no gel, no stress. Sleek and elegant bone straight human hair. Different texture and style for every woman and every occasion. Because at Kakuyan Hair Collection, beauty meets quality. Shop with a brand that understands beauty, class, and quality. Our store is located in the United States of America. For more information, follow us on Instagram at Kakuyan Hair Collection, Facebook at Kakuyan Hair Collection, TikTok at Kakuyan Hair Collection. Better still, email us kakuyanhair@gmail.com to 7 Kakuyan Hair Collection.
For premier quality human hair. And they also have their store there in the United States of America. All you can do is to, just follow Queen Hair Collection on Facebook. They also have quality hair for you, the ladies, as well. So basically, we want to run up with things that are coming through, right? And we've seen a lot of conversations in terms of the anniversary of the CDC, and again, we have the CDC, naming Mr. Alexander Benedict Cummings as the standard bearer, let's say the political leader of the Alternative National Congress, as the keynote speaker of their event there in terms of their anniversary. And basically, this is something that is uh, needed to be looked at thoroughly, right? The fact that uh, the CDC is an opposition political party, all right? It's an opposition political party, and basically, the party is there, making sure that they can be able to, have conversations, celebrate their anniversary, and move ahead with things that are essential for the utmost best for their anniversary. Uh, I literally want to say this clearly that uh, here, with this report, they said the venue is being used currently for a peace and unity tournament organized by the county's youth and sports coordinator. And George Dugbe said the tournament was carefully planned and that all required procedures were, followed before the event began. So, according to his team, officially obtained permission to use the square through the office of the city mayor, and the tournament has been ongoing for more than 4 days before CDC can submit its request to use the same venue for fun. And the situation is attracting the public out there, and concern being raised by residents, with many calling for calm and peace, mutual respect among people. Despite of the differences in political affiliation, and to not resort into a potential conflict or any any chaos in the country, right? Let me say, you as a youth and sport coordinator, let me say this, right? You are an appointee by maybe the uh, youth and sport minister, or I'm sure that falls on the youth and sport ministry. And I'm saying this to make a clear point that in as much as you have a position within the current government and you've organized such a tournament, uh, there will be a lot of political criticism. And if you say that uh, the CDC met you using the environment, right? And there will be a lot of criticism. Let me say this, right? Without being biased here. The first criticism would be about you people, um, you know, organizing a tournament, and then you have the CDC saying they are being deprived. They are being deprived from using the same facility that should be for the general public. That's one. Second of all, is that you know uh, there's or planned program by the CDC. When you had the thought of going to Granjita, you should have also make some inquiries as well in terms of if that particular space you want to use is not both, because you have so many people that will go for event at that same location, and if you are not the first to pay, you might not have access. That's how it works, especially for public space or public spaces. And let's say this clearly: all the CDC be doing what people don't expect you to do. So all you need to do is to find an alternative, right? You are already in opposition. Your political party is being described as and disgruntled, group of young people find an alternative instead of creating violence. Find an alternative and use another space. I'm really, really sure that is not the only space. In as much as you need a bigger space to be able to host your people coming from across Liberia, it's also essential to understand that keeping the reputation of your institution is something that should be very, very high on the agenda. That's one. Mm? And you've also asked Mr. Cummins to serve as, the standard bearer, let's say the um, how you call keynote speaker for your 22nd anniversary and Militant Month celebration, which will be happening on Saturday there in Georgia. Is It's also essential to know that the opposition community now looks more of coming together and making sure that you can form a better collaboration ahead of 2029. You know, ahead of 2029. Think about politics in Africa and in Liberia, to be precise. It's not just about, you know, being in opposition and trying to fight to get in government. That's one thing people that are into the political space, that do have a which or, you know, support to any political party should be able to understand that the thing that is bigger than we Liberians and every other political party is our country, our allegiance to Liberia. And it's something that we want to see a supportive and collaborative opposition community. Trust me, you have the party chairman saying they will have a one term victory. Fair enough. Something achievable. That's something very achievable, you know. And uh, let me say this. We are before the election 2012, 2006, I think, I was much younger. 2012, I did follow my dad at the time to, see how the process worked when he went to cast his vote. In as much as he didn't explain the fact that I'm bringing here to see what we go through to elect our leaders, but I feel that every time I think about that, I feel that that was a you know educative pathway of the process. I'm saying to say that the opposition community, we have a lot of political parties that are in the country. We understand that, and the opposition community needs to come together and make sure that you can have a very collaborative and supportive opposition that are not going to share the votes. Let's say Party X, Party Y, Party Z, Party Q, Party R, Party P come together with an idea of transforming Liberia, not just to enrich themselves, through a collaboration or an alliance. Form a stronger collaboration. Mobilize the voter. Tell the voter what you can do and what the current government is not doing right that you can change with proof and implementation or measures in ways that you are going to implement these things. Yes, of course. Politics should be more of moving there to take on, you know, to carry on the right initiative. So seeing the CDC and the Alternative National Congress coming together in as much as President Weah is on his FIFA, uh, duty, making sure that there's no much racism in the World Cup. It's also enough to be able to understand the fact that we generally need a collaborative opposition community, because sometimes the voter gets confused. Um, let's say 2023 general elections. People that, political party that people never expect to, go that far in terms of their position per the level of vote they acquire. Appleton, he went as far as acquiring vote that other thought could have been acquired by parties, political parties that have been around for quite some time. So it's important that we as a people can be able to come together, especially people from the opposition. It's not just about John Brown wants to become the next president. It's about sharing ideas as to how our country can, you know, uh, become a progressive country, and in terms of development opportunities for citizens as well. And there's a whole lot that needed to be done. And I believe that once oppositions that have the idea can come together. So you're having a very beautiful program, CDC. There's no need, to cause chaos for your own program. You choose Zoeju to go and celebrate your anniversary, and it's the 22nd anniversary of your political party. You didn't choose Zoeju to go and carry on attitude that would call the public attention. So we are saying this as our own call to you to be able to understand the fact that in as much as things that are happening currently and shouldn't be something that you know shouldn't be something that basically can cause chaos for you as a party. And we are getting report there from the US in Philadelphia that um thousands of Liberians out to cheer and celebrate, Cote d'Ivoire to their victory against Curacao to qualify into the second rounds of the current 2026 World Cup soccer tournament in the US. And the game was played in Philly. I was watching that. Wizz TV in the US says they've learned that Liberian came from neighboring states of New Jersey, Maryland, Delaware, and also New York to cheer and celebrate their West African neighbors. And the Elephants are the team qualified to the round of 32. We like to say congratulations to Ivory Coast. We were about to say that just before we can wrap up with the show too. And yes, like I said, and like I said, right? These are things that we expect the CDC to be able to do. And our country, Liberia, we are no longer uh, coming to, say whatever. Quickly, let me also throw light on recent interview there by former Mines and Energy Minister Whitmore Pay, and you know there's so lot. That's a lot, right? Uh, Former Minister Whitmore Pay says he went to bombing and the people there, told him that they don't want you to be Minister of Mines and Energy, but you can go to civil service. There's a big job. That's what he said in an interview on Spoon, and also accusing the vice president, Jeremiah Kuhn, of taking his job away. And there's a whole lot that was being, said right there. And I'm looking for this clip. I'm looking for this clip of the. Okay, I want to find this clip of the. Oh God, I want to find this clip. I will have to find this clip, right? Yeah. So there's a whole lot that was being said, but I want to find a clip from the vice president in Nimba on his recent statement too, as well. And you know, Liberia, in terms of politics and how things are politically, against these things, is it's also it's also essential. But I'm still trying to lay my hands on this clip. Let's see if we can take a break and I get this clip quickly. Once we get back after the break, we'll, we will be able to play you the clip on this program, the roundtable.
Hair that turns heads the moment you walk into a room. Hair that gives you confidence, beauty, and that flawless look you truly deserve. Well, your search is finally over. Welcome to Kakuyan Hair Collection, your trusted online destination for luxury, premier quality human hair designed to bring out the beauty in every woman. Whether you are preparing for your birthday photo shoot, wedding, anniversary celebration, graduation, church event, vacation, or just want a stunning look every day, Kakuyan Hair Collection has a perfect hair just for you. At Kakuyan Hair Collection, we proudly offer 100% premier human hair. Beautiful, easy to wear glueless wigs. No glue, no gel, no stress. Sleek and elegant bone straight human hair. Different texture and style for every woman and every occasion. Because at Kakuyan Hair Collection, beauty meets quality. Shop with a brand that understands beauty, class, and quality. Our store is located in the United States of America. For more information, follow us on Instagram at Kakuyan Hair Collection. Facebook at Kakuyan Hair Collection, TikTok at Kakuyan Hair Collection. Better still, email us kakuyanhair@gmail.com. Call or WhatsApp us on +1 267 372 7010. Or better still, visit our online store www.kakuyanhaircollection.com.
QueenHairCollection.com is our proud sponsor here on the program, the Roundtable, and is a great pleasure to be on the program tonight, making sure we are giving you all of the very best in terms of conversations that are great. So let's bring this right. Let me just say right. So the mines minister said he's ready. The former mines minister said he's ready to speak out about things. And there's a whole lot. But listen to what the vice president said when he arrived in Nimba County on yesterday.
President Burger will come. And President Burger will enter this town and sleep here in your room. The president cleared the way. I did join the birthday. Christ coming. President Baga will come. And President Baga will enter this town and sleep here in Yahoo.
At John the Baptist, President Boakai is going to come right in a time. The vice president went, he went to clear the way, right? You listen to that. And it was just, I think, a day after everything the mines, former mines, and energy minister went on pace said on the Spoon Talk show, right? And there's a whole lot uh, that, happens in government. And sometimes a particular position, a particular person might be occupied, could be of an interest to another individual. Why do I say this? Saying this to say that we should also be able to understand that government job is not, something that we are inheriting from our family to one family to one family. It's a privilege that you have to be able to serve. And if you are given that privilege, you should do your very best that the public can be the judge, right? And let me say kudos to former Minister Wade Ompe. Uh, I'm very sure that the public um, did see what all you did there at the time at the ministry, and they are able to judge. You cannot afford a sitting government. In as much as you are right, you come on and speak about things you know. Sometimes you might not get the result you want. And sometimes you might get the result you want. All right. So again, sometimes it will be of no essence to just take your entire time and basically come on and you know just do what you want to do. Yeah. So like I said, it's of no essence to speak sometimes, and it's very important that you speak so people can be able to understand your position or what was your position at the time in certain circumstances or certain situation and event that took place that occurred. Mm, yeah, that's exactly what we are saying. So we we followed the situation as it unfolds. We've also gathered information that in that North in that Bono is also appearing before the court there at the Temple of Justice to be able to face her charges from the tax force, and asset recovery team. Fair enough. It's good that if you serve in government and they see that a place you serve in there's a problem, and you can face the law, and you are right, you didn't commit any crime, go and face the law, clear your name. Sometimes it is very, very good to go and clear your name, or else if it is not what you've done, people will think it is what you've done. I have so many cases. Go and clear your name off. That would be fair enough. Very fair enough. But let's take this clip quick.
He must be having a couple of kind of won't condemn me to get all the things.
You think they lie on Manapuno?
What are you here to go to Montoju? Okay. Because I didn't have to have the one having Nana. So they lion to the Bagadu. Wow. Lion to the Bagadu.
So which means you understand the case more than any other person?
I understand it by grace.
Okay.
By grace.
Okay.
And she will be free from all of it.
What are your major prayer? What are your major prayer?
My major prayer is she will be free from all of it. What I'm saying that she do, she will be free from all of it by the grace.
Has Madam Boro be a great help to you before?
Oh, I was doing the great. You remember what I said here? I was straight up. I can know what's in the prayer. I was sitting in the grave after whatever you be. I said, say that your mother in power again. So I will vote for you because now I'm going to the back again. Now I'm going to the back again. And I'm sitting in the grave now. I'm going to say yes. But yes, my dad did not want to ask you say. She said, no problem. She wants peace.
Okay.
Yes,
and then everything turned against you.
I said, Mona, I give you
a graveyard.
Yeah, sitting there to make it black for two. Maybe he must be making black for two. I'm going to name.
Okay.
I'm going to react to my rehabilitation. For peace of mind, the woman can play on me there.
So, which means you come here every time the case is for where?
Yes, and I give you over to my mom.
So, why is it deny you again?
When they deny me, I will die. I will die right in again. I will die.
You're not letting up in a bono?
I will let you know to talk to me.
You listen to that, right? And like I said, sometimes it's good. You walk out there, face the law, play your name, and then the position is clear, and people get to understand whether what exactly they've said about you is true or what exactly they said was all lies in terms of your situation, your case, however it may be. That's exactly things we want to see happening. So, like I said, it's a very great conversation here tonight, and we are grateful to be on the round table, making sure that we having conversations that are very essential for us all. And let me say thanks to all of you for joining us on the program tonight. We will be back on Tuesday of next week, beginning at 10 p.m. Liberia time, better stay 6 p.m. the U.S. time. Until then, my name is William McGill. Let's take our sponsor talk and follow with our team song. Have a great night. I'm out.
Wanted hair that turns heads the moment you walk into a room. Hair that gives you confidence, beauty, and that flawless look you truly deserve. Well, your search is finally over. Welcome to Kakuyan Hair Collection, your trusted online destination for luxury, premier quality human hair designed to bring out the beauty in every woman. Whether you are preparing for your birthday photo shoot, wedding, anniversary celebration, graduation, church event, vacation, or just want a stunning look every day, Kakuyan Hair Collection has a perfect hair just for you. At Kakuyan Hair Collection, we proudly offer 100% premium human hair. Beautiful, easy to wear glueless wigs. No glue, no gel, no stress. Sleek and elegant bone straight human hair. Different texture and style for every woman and every occasion. Because at Kakuyan Hair Collection, beauty meets quality. Shop with a brand that understands beauty, class, and quality. Our store is located in the United States of America. For more information, follow us on Instagram at Kakuyan Hair Collection, Facebook at Kakuyan Hair Collection, TikTok at Kakuyan Hair Collection. Better still, email us kakuyanhair@gmail.com. Call or WhatsApp us on +1 267 372 7010. Or better still, visit our online store www.kakuyanhaircollection.com.
I cannot go to school, cause no more money. I can't stand no more, cause no more food. I cannot go to school. Excuse me, Mr. Journalist, I wonder how you make your headlines in the press release today. Although I read the news every day, but I'm really still getting confused now, and I just wanna ask you some questions. Oh, is it based on money? Is it based on presidency? Is it based on technology? Is it based on war? Tell me, we gotta make your headlines. Oh, we gotta make your story. Yeah. There is no job,